Good morning, teachers and students. My name is Dylan Masuyal, and welcome back to another episode of Moss News Quarantine Edition. Today is May 1st, 2020, and Moss News starts now. On today's episode, the newsroom team provides important information on how the COVID-19 pandemic is affecting the election landscape. Jimena Hidalgo shows us what Moss students have in store for the upcoming school year. And finally, Vicky Perez and Alejandra Freire say goodbye to our seniors with a collection of the best memories for the past 4 years. With the election season quickly approaching, there have been a multitude of changes to the election process due to the coronavirus outbreak. Some states have decided to push back election dates, while others have decided to add new methods of voting, primarily by mail. Other states chose to make no change. This includes Florida, where 2 poll workers tested positive for the coronavirus after the election. Candidates have been forced to change how they campaign since so many Americans are more concerned with their own well-being. Nicole Galloway, a woman running to be the governor of Missouri, chose to have a virtual cocktail hour with several of her supporters over a Zoom conference call. Hirol Tiperneni, a former emergency room doctor who is running for Congress in Arizona, says she spends a large amount of her time on Facebook Live explaining the details of the virus and asking people to vote for her. With the school year cut short and the uncertainty of the start of the next semester, both high school and college admissions have faced new challenges due to the outbreak. Here's Jimena with more on the story.
With Superintendent Carvalho releasing an official statement that schools are closed for the current school year and are hoping to reopen in the fall, students have been left to wonder what the future will be like after quarantine. With almost 3/4 of schools across the United States officially closing the academic school year until the next year, students have already started to situate the schedules they've created for remote learning. Despite the social distancing order, schools have found ways to minimize food and internet access gaps with setting up meal and device distributions. Even with the school board's contribution, technical and attendance issues have been a rising concern, highlighting the grave reality of the situation on whether students are even going to return back to school next fall.
So at this time, there hasn't been any determination of when we're returning or what that is going to look like. The superintendent, anytime there's an update, he shares an update to all employees via email. He puts it on all the social media.
With the uncertainty of our futures ahead, communities have commenced new routines in spite of the coronavirus while adjusting to their present new normal. People are continuing virtually for town hall meetings and business agreements. Students have found new ways to continue helping the community from homes, and ultimately, the trend of maintaining self-hygiene will continue past this period of lockdown to prevent the spread of another virus.
The new reality is going to be that we need to get used to social distancing. I think it's going to be difficult because as human beings, we are very touchy-feely. And coming from an elementary school environment, the kids are always with each other, they're on top of each other. So I think that's going to be the hardest part, setting the parameters of social distancing and making sure that we stay apart from one another.
Despite the troubling times we're facing, we urge everyone to stay updated on any new reports regarding social distancing orders or school curriculum. For Moss News, I'm Jimena Hidalgo, signing off.
Although our seniors sadly won't be able to return to high school, they have still built countless memories. Vicky Perez and Alejandra Freire show us the best moments of their high school years.
As your final year winds down, we want to leave you with something to remember the last 4 years by. We thank you for setting an example for the class of 21, 22, and 23. You are the hardest working group of individuals, and we are so proud to call you our seniors. Thank you for setting an example of what we want to be. Although this year wasn't all that you anticipated, we are so happy to see you guys making the best out of this situation and continuing to enjoy your year as much as you can. May you continue to strive for greatness every day as you move on to the next phase of your life. As you take on the future, we want to leave you with this. When you think about the last 4 years, you'll probably remember that the greatest lessons came from outside the classroom. Thank you for the memories. Thank you for your hard work and dedication. And thank you for making Mass proud.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Mas News. I'm Dylan Masvidal, signing off.